So I was tagged again, this time by the original dogman John Castro. Thanks for the tag, John. And this one is your, I think it's called Red Kingdom. So it's basically all your fragrances that you've got that are red coloured or in a red bottle. So I'll tag 4 people first. First person I want to tag is H2O, guy over there in Hawaii. Great channel, really enjoy his content. So he's the first one I want to tag. Second one is Gentle Scent. He's got a lovely channel. Noel's Frags, I've not tagged him either yet. And the last one I haven't tagged is Studio Scents. So all 4 of you, consider yourself tagged. So we'll get straight into it. First one, this is a real cheap one. And this is a copy of another one. I wonder if you can tell what it is. So it's called Jape. And this unbelievably cost £1. Now, how they did it, I don't know. Yes, the juice inside might not be great, but it does smell like the original. And I do own the original, as you'll see in a minute. But I just do not know how even the bottle alone would cost more than £1, let alone the juice inside it. So what is it? It's an interpretation of dew palm, hence the colour of the liquid. And my next bottle, coincidentally, is dew palm. This brings back memories. This is when I was in my 20s. Everybody was wearing this in nightclubs and that. So sweet, so lovely. And it was probably the first non-citrus sort of fragrance that I ever got. It really is lovely. If you haven't tried it, a lot of people say it's old school now, and I mean, John from Scented Snowdrops absolutely loves this. I think it's one of his favourites. But some people think it's old school and it reminds them of the dads and the granddads. That's because us dads were wearing this back in the day. And yet it brings back lots of sentimental memories. So the next are my red bottles, and this is another old school one. Now I didn't wear this back when it was out, but I did a video on old nostalgic TV adverts, and this was one of the adverts, and it's Rapport. Now I do enjoy it, I really do enjoy it. This is another old school sort of barbershop, but it's got like a sweetness to it. It's really nice, really enjoyable, and for the price that you pay for it, I think I picked this up for about £6, something like that, £8 tops. So, and I think they've just re-released it, so I think it stopped for a while, but yeah, that's well worth trying. If you like the old school feel from back in the 80s and the 70s, then that should be right up your street. Like your Cerrutis, your Azzaros, your Paco Rabannes, your Boucherons, that sort of thing. It's right up there. So the next one, and this is another cheap one, and it's from Zara, and it's 9.0. Now this is their diorama interpretation. So you've got the lipstick makeup sort of vibe from the iris, but this is really nice, really enjoyable. I don't feel the need to get diorama because I've got this. I have got diorama parfum, as you've probably seen in quite a few of my videos in the past, but that's a lighter version. Diorama parfum takes it in another direction, just amps up everything. But that's really nice to wear, and it's lasting as well. It lasts. So for, I think that was $12.99 when I picked that up. I don't know if it's the same price, I presume it is, but that's well worth trying. So the next one I go on to, and it's an old school favourite of mine. This is released in 1988 and it's Fahrenheit. So this has got like a bit of a sunset sort of, or sunrise sort of colour bottle, where you got the red and the orange going into each other. I love this, I absolutely adore it. It was my signature scent for a very long time, and I recently picked it up again and I'm enjoying it again. Yeah, it doesn't project as much as what it did back in the day, but it was a bit in your face back in the day. So this probably is better because it's not so in your face. I definitely want to get the parfum, and I'm also considering getting the cologne and a few of the others. I know there's a lot of them which have been discontinued, the 0 and the 32 and things like that, but I just love the DNA to Fahrenheit. I just love it. People talk about petrol notes in it. Until someone had mentioned it, I'd been wearing it for 10-15 years. I'd never even considered that it smelled like petrol. And it wasn't until I got into the fragrance game and someone mentioned about it having a petrol note in it. You can pick that up a bit, but I think there's a lot more to it than that. And if you've ever smelt it on a strip, don't try it on your skin. Give it a good wearing, see what you think after you've wore it for a while, because I think it's amazing, I really do. Right, the next one, and this is Galan, surprisingly, and it's L'Homme Ideal Extreme. So I covered this the other day in another tag video that I did, and that was for my 3 favourite tobacco scents. So this is tobacco, this is plum, almond. It's lovely, really nice. I know that people are struggling to get hold of this in America, but I think I've seen a few reviewers that have now got it in America, so whether it's become available to buy now or whether them getting it shipped from Europe, I'm not sure, but I think eventually it should go out to America, but who knows. I can never understand why they would just do a fragrance for a specific region, because fragrances, we all want to try them, we all want to try something different, we all want to experience them, so why leave somebody out? And then all that ends up is you end up paying more because you've then got to get it imported from wherever they've released it. So the next one was another Gerland, and that's Jape Rouge. I was shocked by this. Yes, it is a bit old school, but I was shocked how nice it was. I really was. I wasn't expecting it to be as nice as what it is, and it does give me a bit of an older gentleman sort of feel, but I think it's quality in a bottle, I really do. And lastly, this is one that was recommended to me by Scott the Centurion. If you haven't checked Scott's channel out, he's got a great channel and he deserves way more subscribers than he's got. And this is by Givenchy, and it's Guerlain Rouge. So this has got a note in it which really stands out, and I struggled to pick it up. I hadn't smelt it in anything before. I've since found out you can get it in a few other fragrances, but this has got a cactus note. And if you want to smell different, this is ideal for that. I've sent a couple of decants out to a few people who really enjoyed it as well. But yeah, Guerlain Rouge, that's the last of my red bottles. I don't own anymore. So that's the end of that tag. Thanks a lot for tagging me again, and hopefully those 4 people that I've tagged can do it too. And all that's left me to say is leave a comment below. What red bottles have you got? Would you recommend any of them to me? Don't forget to give me a like if you liked what I've done today, and I'd love it if you could subscribe, but that's personal choice. So all that's left for me to do is say goodbye and stay fragrant, not vagrant.